Hey guys, welcome back to Fight Tonight channel. Gervonta Davis slaps and insults Frank Martin in his first face-off ahead of June 15 fight. WBA lightweight champion Gervonta Davis agreed to fight Frank Martin on June 15 during an event that will be more exciting than Mike Tyson vs Jake Paul out of all the events in June. At the press conference event in Las Vegas, where all four fighters of this doubleheader presented themselves for the Saturday, June 15 event, when Tank Davis jumped on stage, he was fired up and got his own show going in front of the cameras and the microphones. Frank Martin seemed a little tense during the entire exchanges, as Davis seems in his element with some controversial jokes. As they started talking on the mix, the situation got more heated when they stood up for the face-off. Warren made the mistake to place his hand on Gervonta Davis' face, and the champion slapped it down. The person who was avoiding conflict in the middle had a slight moment of panic, but the situation diffused rapidly. But Davis had another moment where he joked he wanted to meet Martin's companion, either his wife or his girlfriend. That was also an uncomfortable moment that showed how much of a savage Gervonta Davis can be. But that wasn't all. Davis also pulled up on Martin after the event and interrupted his interview with members of the press. Tank Davis was feeling sharp and slick with his tongue at the press conference. He said this to Martin and the press. "I'm glad to be back in the ring. I've been off for a long time. I want to be flawless and do what I do best, and that's give your fans the best boxing you've seen up to date. He is a front runner. I'm telling you, it's a different beast in front of you. There is nobody walking with him, holding his hand. It's not going to be the same on June 15th. There is a lot of bullshit here. I'm going to take it out on him. I'm sorry it's going to be him," Tank said. Gervonta Davis promises harsh reality for Frank Martin on June 15th. There is perhaps no better time to announce a fight than piggybacking on another major event, and today the opening press conference for the Gervonta Davis vs Frank Martin was held to discuss their June 15th fight. "He is a frontrunner," Davis said. "He put on for the people that he came with here because they think they're thugs and shit like that. But I'm telling you, it's different beast in front of him. Nobody that's walking with him, holding him hand in hands, is not going to be able to save him June 15th. I'm telling you, and it's a lot of shit build up, and I'm going to take it out on him." Frank Martin would get his chance at the microphone and offered these words on how he expects to deal with Davis. "I've been watching everything," Martin said. "I know how his ass walk. When we get in there, I'm going to touch him up. I'm going to touch his ass up. I know how him and his whole team walk." After another exchange of words between the fighters, Davis would continue to goad Martin even more. "He is from the suburbs," Davis would say. "Me and him don't got nothing in common, but the little female he got." Martin would lean back away from the microphone in an attempt to address Davis directly, but Davis was too pleased with himself in the moment to pay it any attention. Gervonta Davis blasts Devin Haney for Garcia loss. Gervonta Davis criticized Devin Haney today, blaming his loss to Ryan Garcia on him standing directly in front of him and getting nailed with the same left hooks repeatedly during their fight on April 20th. Haney has said he lost to Ryan was because he cheated, coming in overweight 3.2 pounds at the weigh-in and testing positive doping tests. Tank Davis doesn't buy any of those excuses. He views it as a simple case of Haney not being good enough and too clueless to prevent Ryan from hitting him with left hooks all night. Haney's tendency to hold constantly played right into Ryan's hands, as he is at his best throwing short left hooks with devastating power and quickness. Devin was right there to be hit by Ryan all night and made no adjustments after being hurt in the first and the 7th round. And he should have made some adjustments early on to avoid getting hit by Ryan's left hook, but he could not, and the reason why is that he is a clincher. A big part of Haney's game in well is excessive holding. That's what he uses to neutralize the offense of his opponent, and the referee allow him to do this without penalizing or warning him. Against Ryan, Haney was playing to his strength by diving forward to hold and getting hit by his short check left hook. If Haney had stayed on the outside, he would have had a better chance of winning, but he can't do that because he needs to hold. Look at Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney, then look at my fight versus Ryan, Davis said in the media. If Ryan looked any different, he probably looked worse versus Haney. Bigger, much slower. He only hit him with the same punch. I told everybody, hook, hook, hook. Devin was sitting right there to be caught with a hook, and they were talking about this guy as a pound for pound. Come on, he is trash. What Tank points out is that tendencies that Haney showed in his loss to Ryan will be taken advantage of by other fighters he faces at 140 pounds. These are flaws in Haney's game that have been there from day one, and he has been able to get away with it because he would only fought one good opponent before fighting Ryan. Why didn't it come out that Tuesday? Gervonta Davis raises questions about legitimacy of Ryan Garcia's doping test failed. Gervonta Davis expressed his concerns about Ryan Garcia reportedly failing a doping test following his boxing match against Devin Haney. The match-awaited bout between Garcia and Haney went down on April 20th at Barclays Center. Garcia received a lot of attention for his controversial social media posts and inability to make weight for the fight, weighing 3.2 pounds less than the required weight. Despite being a huge underdog, Garcia dropped his opponent 3 times in the 12-round bout. The judges' final scores of 112-112, 114-110, and 115-109 awarded King Rai the win. However, it appears that Garcia is the entanglement in yet another issue. Many reports suggest Garcia's surprising victory over Haney was due to a positive doping test for the performance-enhancing substance ostarine. Davis is set to defend his WBA lightweight title against Frank Martin on June 15th. Following their press conference, Davis was questioned by a reporter about his thoughts on the following matter. He defended Garcia by saying, "It takes 72 hours for the test to come back, right? So why didn't it come out that Tuesday or that week?" Ostarine is a selective androgen receptor modulator found in some supplements but not approved by the FDA. According to ESPN's Mike Coppinger, Garcia tested positive for ostarine in his voluntary anti-doping association WADA tests, and ostarine was detected in the testing conducted the day before and the day of the fight. Coppinger reported that Garcia has 10 days to ask for his B sample to be looked at. His A sample also tested positive for 19-noradrenaline, although its excitase had not been validated at the time of writing this article. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel.